Oh boy. I've already seen a little bit of the craziness happen on Reddit about some of the changes. Oh man. It looks beautiful though. I've seen the new jungle in its full effect. Oh my god. It looks so good. As a jungle main, it looks amazing. As you can see it a bit here, the jungle. Can we re-watch this? We can just go here instead, can't we? You can't see all the cool stuff, no. I mean, this looks amazing. This just looks good. The black buff, which I believe is on the other side. Fentooth. What they're doing to Fentooth, I'm not sure I like. But the new design looks so much more open. Like, people were always worried that, oh, once they've done all the graphics changes, they're not going to change anything again. I said, watch out. They will change stuff. And they have changed stuff. They've changed the entire area of it. It looks so different. It looks so different. The jungle is so much more open. You'll see in the clip in the second with Rampage. It looks so much more open. It's amazing. Fantooth, not Fentooth. Oh, yeah. But yeah, you can see here how more open it is and inviting. It means you can have so much more fights in the jungle, and I think it's fantastic. Like here, you can see look how much more open this looks. A few little design changes, and it feels so much more open. Really, really like what they've done here. So, the first thing I want to note about this screen is I think these areas are shown how many Fantooths you've actually got. I think I thought we were going to go rework, but I think Fentooth. This shows how many Fentooth stacks you've got. I hope, or else it's going to be really hard to know how many like Fantooth stacks you actually have, because it actually stacks, which is a bit weird. But I really hope that is that indication. But it's probably more to show how many people are dead. That's probably what it is. The whole UI change is just going to be so hard for all of us to get used to. That's really how it always goes. So, yep, the whole change, I mean, this is something we've just got to get used to. It looks so different. And then we have this beautiful skin. I mean, this skin right here. It looks like something from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. But it looks beautiful. It looks amazing. I mean, look at that. I want that skin so bad. Anyway, now we're actually going to get on to the full heroes. It's not going to be the full notes, but I'm basically going to go over them very quickly. So we've got Aurora, we've got Chrysism. Her ultimate now is cleansable by cards and gems, which is so nice. I hated that. Like, she was ridiculously strong because you actually can cleanse it, which everyone said on Reddit, and I didn't realise it was a thing. But you can cleanse it. But now you can cleanse it. Yay. Crunts left, right and forward crunts have increased animation speed, which may not seem like an actual proper change, but it really is. That's going to be really cool for animation cancels with him. I don't think Crunts is one of those heroes that needs changing much. And then we're getting into the juicy ones now. Fen Mao, his new ability, Crippling Strikes. So this is a passive. After 4 successful hits or 20 seconds, Fen Mao's blade will glow. His next basic attack will deal damage in a wider arc and apply a percentage move speed slow for 2 seconds. Dealing damage with abilities also triggers this slow. So adjusted Fen Mao's arm to show FX based on his numbers of stacks. Adjusted blade glow to indicate new state of passive effect. So this is replacing Hamstring. Now if I'm correct, Hamstring is his other... that's his slow AoE, right? Hamstring. So that's a bit weird. I liked Hamstring. I thought it was a cool ability, especially when they changed it to instant activate once you press the button. So I'm not sure about that change. I'm not sure about that. Like, it being a passive instead is like making it more casual. Like, it's like it does exactly the same thing, probably a little bit rebalanced, but instead of doing damage, it's now just a simple passive to make it more straightforward. I'm like, how does that make sense? You know? I don't get that. It's literally Hamstring, but it's a passive. I don't get it. I don't know. He's well worked his Imperial Sentence, formerly Earthshatter, which was his ultimate. Fen Mao slams his blade on the ground, dealing ability damage to all enemies in the line in front of him, equal to certain power rating. He will execute heroes below a threshold. Wow. Holy shit. So he will straight up execute heroes below a health threshold of 300, 425, 550 plus power rating. Executable heroes are marked with a special visual effect, which I like, so you know if you're going to kill the hero or not. Which I really like, actually. I do like that. That's always the visual stuff you always want to see, is like, is my ultimate actually going to kill them? Maybe not for like Morgus's ultimate, but something like this right in the action. You don't want to waste your ultimate if it's not going to, you know, kill them. So that's nice. They've improved the visual stuff of it, so it's pretty much the same but made it more impactful. I did think Fenn's ult was a bit meh. Like, it was just a bit, again, with how fast paced the game was, it wasn't as lethal as it could be, and apparently they've changed that. Cool. Reaping Dash now causes Fenmao to basic attack his target when he lands, dealing an additional bonus damage. Pretty much what he did before, but now just streamlines it. Instead of dashing, then he has to attack. He dashes and attacks in one move, which I'm like. Adjust the teleport to hug ground whenever possible. Increase the range of it. And cooldown has been reduced as well to all levels to 8 seconds. Ability now auto-confirm, so you don't even confirm it anymore. I'm not a fan of that. I always liked this ability because you knew where you could go. I always like the idea of you could like want to dash or not, and it's a commitment. But does auto-confirms? Meh. Shield, mana cost increased and cooldown has been reduced. Guardian Shield. So they've changed nothing, they've just renamed it. That's interesting. Overall Fenmao, I'm really not sure. I was a big fan of the hero. But that just feels weird to me. I don't know why. I feel this is just simplifying his kit to make it a passive. I like his ultimate change. Reap and Dash, again, is just more simplifying, which I like, but I like all these changes except for crippling strikes, replacing hamstring. I don't know. It just feels so pointless making it a passive, you know. And now Gideon, the Bay. Oh my god. I'm really a big fan of these changes. I mean, I think the whole Gideon change is going to be great. So replacing Burden is Void Breach, which is a little teleport, which makes a comment and pierces enemies and deals damage to heroes in an area. So that's definitely going to be more of a poking tool, as well as his Cosmic Rift. They've increased the radius but reduced the damage. So both these abilities like even out the damage. Torn Space has stayed the same. And Black Hole now has a stun effect instead. They've increased the cooldown as well, insanely. Oh my god. That's insane. First it's 150 seconds. I think that's actually a longer cooldown than... Yeah, that probably is a longer cooldown than Dekka's Containment Fence, level 1. But yeah, the stun only applies once, so it's easy to be countered. And be honest, I think it's a really good move. The slow ult wasn't working. The stun ult I think is going to be great. I really, really, really like what they're doing with Grux. The whole idea of just getting these tanks getting rid of their like dashing abilities is pretty cool. But yeah, going on to Grux, his new ability Crush, getting rid of dash or charge. Really like it. He's basically going to be a complete mean tank. Smash and Grab they've just changed, so the effective range has actually been increased. I've also decreased the mana cost, but hopefully it's just more consistent Smash and Grab, so that's good. Double Pain, down as 100% cleave, that deals a percentage of Grux base damage, plus bonus damage to all affected enemies. And cooldown has been increased, so you can't use Double Pain as much as like a spamming ability to farm. Even though I think the mana is the same, but you can't just spam it as much to help clear, probably because it's a lot more dangerous to use now. So I'm really a fan of all three of these changes, and with Warlord just giving more damage. He's like a Seraph basically, a tanky Seraph. Does a lot of damage if they can get near you, and Grux has no closing gap anymore, so Grux is going to be one hell of a deadly hero if played right. So I'm really, really happy. I'm not going to go through all the general standard changes. New ability, Rumble, which I presume gets rid of his Pounce. Rampage pounds to ground with both fists, dealing, that's quite a lot of ability damage with 2 hits, and applies a slow to nearby enemies for 2 seconds. Not a long cooldown or mana cost either. Wow. Wow, that's actually really good. I don't know. I think that's going to be cool. It's, I guess you have to, again, I think it's just the same with Grux. You just got to get close to people with Rampage now. If you can't get close to people without your Pounce, you've got to use your stun. Stun people, get close to them, deal insane damage. But it's a shame, I like the Pounce though. I think the Pounce is fun. Like being able to jump up from the jungle is really cool. He won't have any, I will find out. But his boulder stays the same, the mana cost has been decreased. King of the Jungle, which is his passive health regen. They've increased that, and also have bonus damage reduction duration increased from 5 seconds to 8. So they're not only giving him buffs a little bit here. Enraged, which I presume is his ultimate. Yeah, it must be. Increases regeneration gained from King of the Jungle from... that's actually quite a buff from regeneration gained. Mana cost decreased on it to 0. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Even though it has like no mana cost at all. Rumble's radius is increased and its cooldown reduced to 3 seconds for the duration of Enraged. They've also increased his move speed as well to compensate for him not having an escape. I like that. They basically, for Rampage, they basically buffed his ultimate, so he is going to be a lot more tanky. He's going to be your pure tanky frontline hero. So he can do that a lot more successfully while still dealing pretty good damage, especially when you ult. You can use your Rumble a lot more. So I like that. I just hope they don't replace all the escapes on junglers, dude. I really like the pounce of Rampage. It's going to be weird to get used to. After hitting 12 basic attacks, the next 12 basic attacks will critically strike for a certain percentage bonus damage and lock to heroes. Now this is something I didn't get. Like, people think this means like after you use 12, the next 12 lock onto heroes if they're near you. I don't get how that works. Like, it lasts 10 seconds if not consumed. I don't know. That seems weird to me. Again, people think it's just getting easier to play these heroes because it locks onto heroes. I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things we're gonna have to wait and see and play them. Yeah, we'll find out. But this is replacing Rapid Fire. I really liked Rapid Fire. But it's just a passive. Again, it's streamlining. It's pretty much going to be the same as Rapid Fire, but they're making it a passive, so people don't have to think about it. Then Double Shot. Fires his right gun, then follows up with his left one. The bullet from the right gun applies a hit effect and deals 25% of his normal basic damage. The bullet from the left does not apply this hit effect and deals 20% of his normal basic damage. So it's Double Shot. So Double Shot is his basic attack. His standard basic attack is what Double Shot is. So apparently his right gun then follows up with his left one. The bullet from the right gun applies a hit and effects deal 75% of his normal. Okay. So basically his right shot does 75% of his basic damage, while his left shot only does 25%. Which seems to complicate it for really no reason. It's like, hey, we want to simplify everything with most kits, and now we're going to make it really complicated for Double Shot. I don't know. I don't know how this has an effect at all, but we'll find out. Grenades haven't done much. Twin Plus fires a grenade that explodes after bouncing or hitting an enemy. After bouncing, it bounces. Did Twin Blast's grenade ever bounce? That's not a thing, right? I'm sure that 100% that's not a thing. After bouncing or hitting an enemy hero, so it can directly hit an enemy hero. Damage applies a movement slow as well now. The grenade has 3 charges. And then we have Rocket Dash. Activating Rocket Dash now applies 1 charge for grenades. Oh, that's kind of cool. They've made Rocket Dash more accurate to travel the full distance. Updated water interaction effects, and his ultimate now deals damage faster and has minor homing projectiles. Because his ultimate, let's be honest, was pretty crap. So that's the general changes they've done for the main heroes. I'm not going to go over them because that's going to be ever. I kind of like the changes overall. The only issues I have is with certain heroes, it feels like they've done really nothing to the ability but made it a passive, which doesn't really make much sense to me personally. Like, you know, Crippling Strikes, replacing Hamstring, pretty much does the same thing, but now it's a passive. I really like Gideon's changes, they're awesome. Same with Grux, everything is going to be a bit too good though. Rampages I like overall, I'm just not a fan of Pounce as it goes. So that's my overall feeling of the hero changes. I think they're going to be pretty good overall. And for everyone watching the video, thank you very much for watching. I'm about to do another one talking about cards and gems. So again, thank you all very much for watching. That video will be out as soon as possible, and I'll see you next time.